a seemingly ordinary university professor who secretly possesses countless amounts of cash. One day, on his way home from work, he witnessed a car accident. Just as he was about to call the police, he discovered a bag of money in the back seat of the car. Unable to resist temptation, he transferred the money to his own car. But upon arriving home, he suddenly realized, to safely keep this money, he must ensure no traces were left at the accident scene. So he rode his bicycle back to the scene, entered the damaged car, and prepared to hide it. Unfortunately, he encountered traffic police on the way. If stopped, everything would be exposed. At this critical moment, another driver suddenly rushed through the checkpoint, and chaos erupted at the scene. Seizing this opportunity, the man quickly turned around, and although a police car spotted him, he cleverly parked between two large trucks and turned off his headlights, successfully evading capture. He drove home and hid the car in his garage, then dug a large hole in his yard, buried the two victims from the accident, cleaned all traces inside the car, disposed of the clothes he had worn, and finally drove the accident car back onto the road. Coincidentally, he encountered the police again. The officers found the car familiar, but because it was a common model and the professor passed the alcohol test, they let him go. He drove to a remote lake, wiped off all fingerprints from the car, and left. Back home, the professor stared anxiously at the bag of money. The biggest problem being how to legitimize this money. Even if he deposited $5 million each day, it would take 3 years to deposit it all. Just then, his daughter came to complain about a constantly ringing phone disturbing her sleep. He walked to the balcony and was horrified to discover that the sound was coming from the grave where he had buried the victims. Worse still, through an internet search, he learned that the police could easily track the phone's location via satellite.